I met my husband through a mutual friend. We actually started talking before we even saw each other face to face. One day they decided they wanted to go watch a movie. So that was my first time meeting him. We saw a movie. And then after that, we just kind of clicked. We became good friends. And then he asked me out. We were 17.
John was 10 years older than me, and my mom and dad had divorced when I was rather young, so he really was a father figure in my life. Really was a coach, a mentor, a big brother, and really, like I said, really filled that father role for me for many years.
My favorite memories of my husband is every time we're traveling. He is the planner, I'm the passenger princess, and he's just very easygoing. That's just, he's very free-spirited, very lively, always smiling.
Without a doubt, my favorite memories all revolve around playing and participating in sports, and he really harped on the leadership part. So showing up on time and the dedication and the perseverance, I can really pinpoint all of the success that I've been able to achieve. Every little milestone, I can really relate back to those fundamental times that I spent with my older brother.
We grew up together. We built what we have together, planning for retirement already.
Sometimes training just turns into training. It goes in one ear and out the other. It doesn't impact me. That happens to other people's families. That's all fine and well until you are impacted by it.
I've questioned it where I'm like, this will never happen to me. Not me. Not me and my husband. Not to our children.
Colonel Jim Cunningham from the 86th Mission Support Group. I lost my older brother John to suicide in May of 2009.
My name is Sheena Pinero, and I work for the Mission Support Group. I lost my husband, Master Sergeant Anthony Pinero, back in December 13th of 2023.
It was just after midnight, so I say May 7th, it would have been May 8th in the early morning that I found out. My sister-in-law from my other brother, so his wife Tracy had called me saying that John was gone. And so being late at night, I said, well, where did he go? It didn't click to me that we had actually lost my brother. And she said, no, Jim, John is dead.
I found out on the day of the 13th of December. I get to work, got busy. Around 7:45, I checked my personal email, and I see an email from him. And I just said, I'm sorry, babe. And I opened the email. And he just told me where he was gonna be at. My world just shut down. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know where to start. But I remembered everything. I remembered everything. I remember leaving that house for the last time.
Each day she comes into the office, I can see the pain, I can see the hurt. It's still so fresh. And having been there with losing a brother, I could only imagine what it's like to lose a spouse. Somebody that she was married to for 17 years, and they have two beautiful daughters together. And to see her go through the challenges of just showing up every single day for her daughters is something that motivates me, actually. As hard as it was for me to carry on, I can only imagine what she's had to go through. What I really wish people knew about suicide is just truly the impact it has on those that are left behind. And I really don't think my brother quite knew the impact it was going to have on me and my other brother. And in Tony Pinero's case, I think the same thing, right? I think he was really struggling, but I don't think he understood the impact it would have on his daughters or his wife, his unit, all of those that care and love for him.
I wish people knew that when you end it, it doesn't end there. It just carries over to the people you leave behind. And now they have to pick up the pieces and put themselves back together, on top of knowing that you're not gonna be there for them anymore.
If losing my brother has taught me anything, it's that there were signs there. And what I would hope our teammates to do is to ask those intrusive questions. You gotta know your teammates. You gotta know how they normally act and how they normally behave, how they talk. And then when you see patterns that look different, how do you react and how do you help? How do you inject yourself into somebody's life to make sure that we're making a difference?
Not all wounds are visible. Sometimes the happiest people are the ones that carries it the most. You know, they just keep going and going and going and never loses that smile on their face. But sometimes it takes someone to say, hey, we got you. I want to be the voice for the people who feel like they don't have the courage to step up and say, hey, I'm not okay. I want to be that shoulder for somebody who just needed somebody to sit with. I want to create that safe space with no judgment. Just be yourself. Because outside the uniform, we are all human beings. And it really doesn't take much to be a good one.
Yeah, if John was here, he'd be making fun of me right now, I'm sure. He didn't ever show emotion, but I think he would tell me how proud he was of me again, and just how he wishes that he was able to witness some of the amazing things that my family has been able to achieve. But what I would tell him is just how much I miss him. I think about him literally every day. I would just express how much I really love my brother and just tell him how, just talk to him about our Seattle Mariners and our football teams, and really just kind of relive some of the days growing up, and just how thankful I am for all that he did for me and my family.
If my husband is here today, I would tell him, now I know what you mean every time you tell me I'm so strong. Now I know what you mean every time you tell me that we have the people that we have in our lives because of me. I will continue to talk about you. You will never be forgotten. And I will make sure that Master Sergeant Anthony Pinero will continue to be talked about because of the amazing person that he is, the amazing father that he is, and the amazing husband that he is to me. And we will continue to advocate for the people who felt like they didn't have a voice.